The quest to beat abney317.
This is Abney.
Exclamation point, weight loss goal. What the fuck? No, the opposite. I'm trying to lose it. What the fuck? Mods, protect me. What the fuck?
Abney317. He's speedrunning Mario Kart 64, specifically the game's 150cc skips category. It involves racing through all 16 tracks as fast as possible, while allowing you to perform any of the game's numerous shortcuts. Abney has been dominating this category for years.
Dude, I fucking love Abney.
He got the world record in February 2015, and now 5.5 years later, he's still never given it up. But it's not just that Abney holds the record.
Thank you, Timothy.
Here, this is the leaderboard. We see some times in the 28s and high 27s, and unsurprisingly, ahead of them all is Matthias Rustemeyer with a remarkable 27.06.
That's our guy.
And
That's
then
our
there's
fucking...
Abney, making a joke of the competition. This was how the category had been for the better part of a decade. And a big reason why is because during that time, hardly anything new had been found. Mario Kart 64 had established shortcuts, many of which had been discovered literal decades ago. There'd been a few minor improvements, but by 2020, there'd been nothing substantial for years.
That looks so easy.
Every now and
No, it
then,
doesn't.
a
I can't even
random
say
internet user would claim to have found something, but there was always some issue.
OMG.
It didn't actually save time, or had been found already, or was flat out fake. So, with no improvements, Abney was able to dominate. Nobody could catch up to him without new strategies. And this brings us to August 2nd, 2020. Abney was doing attempts to improve his own world record when suddenly...
Abney317. Following since 2023. Followed during my Mario era.
He gets a message from somebody new, claiming to have made a large discovery.
How can you send me a video of a large discovery? Post it on
In
Discord,
Twitch chat? This is like when someone says they have offline. No way, this is real,
This
right?
had happened before. Just another random viewer trying to get the streamer's attention.
I gotta see what this guy's large discovery is.
But still, he had to take a look, just so he could
Just a
rule
picture
it
of
out
someone's
and get
poop in a
back to his
toilet. It's like,
attempts.
great. Wait, it's real! Oh my god, it's fucking real. Oh shit.
God.
Wait,
This
I
is
actually got
actually-
chills. Holy
Holy
shit.
cow. This is
Wait, what?
an
That-
actual new shortcut.
Should I be opening DMs from you guys? What?
Abney
Wait,
didn't know
timing?
it yet, but this discovery was the first of several. And
I
his
have a
world
large
record
discovery in my toilet. Your
about
name
to
is
become
Schmeatballs.
very
That's what I'm talking
vulnerable.
about.
This is his quest to hang on to it.
Oh shit, I'm excited. Wait, I'm actually so fucking pumped to watch this.
But first, I want to tell you about this video's sponsor, Opera GX.
Okay.
Opera GX is basically the speedrunner's version of a web browser. They found some of the
Ooh.
biggest time saves in browsing history. Does your computer ever
Thank you,
lag because
Catgo.
Chrome or Firefox is using too much memory?
I don't want to. If we're reacting to a video, we watch their sponsor as well. It's only ethical.
Well, you can perform
Thank
a
you,
trick called lag skip.
Paramanda21.
By using GX Control in Opera GX, you'll reduce slowdowns and save precious time. But what about having to import all your settings and bookmarks from your previous web browser?
I'm so ethical. By the way, if you guys have your primes, maybe, you know.
Well, Opera GX found a skip for that too. By utilizing
Just
their
saying,
quick
if you
import
want,
tool,
or
you
if you-
skip
or
wasting
don't.
time and instantly
Why am I so insecure? That's like the worst streamer ever. if you wouldn't mind. I hate to interject the
Everything
video.
transferred over. They've also
Thank
got
you.
GX
I'm gonna
mods,
nuts and
where you can
micro
quickly
teaspoon
modify
for the
background
primes.
music,
There you go.
keyboard and tab
W.
sounds, browser and wallpaper visuals, and much more.
And thank you, Champagne. This looks
Then there's GX
cool.
Corner, where you can stay up to date on gaming releases and uploads from your favorite YouTubers.
Thank you,
See
Iron
their
Man
12
Herbie.
latest videos only by using my dedicated tracking link. If you want the fastest
Thank
and
you,
best
Comic
browsing
Sam's, for
experience,
the 2 months.
download Opera GX using my link in the description and pinned comment.
Wait, you can get updates from Squeex YouTube? Exclamation point YouTube? Cool.
Abney's mind was blown.
Okay.
His chat was losing their minds. And it all stemmed from Forest64, a viewer who had never posted in chat before today.
Forest
This is what was on the video
64.
that Forest sent to Abney. Royal Raceway, the 11th track in the run. Forrest immediately turned around at the start and drove over some grass, then grabbed an item, triple red shells. He then drove back across the finish line and carefully positioned himself. He fired a red shell, precisely drove into it, and was launched on top of the wall. Lakitu set him down behind the finish line, and the game counted it as a lap.
What?
Forrest repeated this twice,
What the
skipped
fuck?
2 more laps, and just like that, one of the game's longest courses was finished in just 1 minute.
How does that even work?
Royal Raceway did have shortcuts before this, but they were relatively
There must be like
minor.
invisible checkpoints.
You typically finish in about 1:40. So as soon as Abney saw this video, he knew the run was changing forever. Perhaps even more curious than the shortcut itself was the guy who discovered it. He was simply known as
Forest
Forest64.
64.
Yeah, some random dude in the chat just found it.
That's
In
so
the past,
sick.
when shortcuts were found, it was usually by an established expert, either a tool-assisted speedrunner or a player with thousands of hours in the game. But Forrest? Nobody in the community had heard of him before. Well,
Who
Forrest
are you,
first
Lamau?
played the game in 2017, but didn't submit his runs since he played on Wii U Virtual Console, which was banned. He began tassing the game for fun and became an expert on how the game's shortcuts worked. He was perfectly happy
Offline
staying in
runner.
the background and not interacting with the community.
Giga Chad.
But then-
Wait, do you think that guy in my chat who said, I have the world record, but I'm an offline runner wasn't lying? Like, you think he was real?
He found the Royal Raceway shortcut and felt compelled to tell people about it. So he did. The inner workings of this shortcut are quite complicated,
Oh,
but
shit.
here's a rundown of it. By driving over
Oh, here we
certain
go.
regions away from the main track, like this part of the grass, the game sees that you've skipped over a decent portion of the track, and it responds by storing your current position in memory. If you then land on specific polygons, like the top of the wall, the game takes the position stored in its memory to determine where you are. So, Lakitu sets you down near the grass where your position was stored, the game thinks you've driven a full lap, and you can drive forward to complete it.
Oh.
This was a miracle. Look, random people claim things all the time on the internet, especially when it comes to speedrunning.
Yeah,
But
it's so
this
annoying.
random guy, Forest64, had actually found something.
That's
It was
cool.
incredible. And Mario Kart 64 would probably never see something like this again. If it didn't happen again the very next day. On August 3rd, 2020, someone else sent a private message.
Wait, what is happening?
There was another
there's like a speedrunning
that
mafia.
Nobody in the community
What
had
the
heard of
fuck?
before. And once again, he was claiming that he'd found a new shortcut.
Trees
And guess
86.
what? He was absolutely right. Rainbow Road. Just like the last shortcut, you turn around at the start and go grab red shells. You then drive forward and stop next to the finish line. By firing a red shell behind you, then driving into it, you tumble over the edge in front of the finish line. After you fall for a while and stop tumbling, the game actually lets you back up in midair.
Sweet, check your DMs for a large Mario 64 discovery. Squeex, kill yourself.
You can cross back behind the finish line. So, when Lakitu brings you back, you're behind the finish line, and the game gives you credit for having driven a full lap. The guy who discovered this one is named Garrett Graysel. He apparently found it one day back in the 90s, when he knocked his friend over the edge with a red shell and the game gave him credit for a lap.
He learned it in the 90s?
He assumed the community knew about it and never brought it up.
Jesus!
But when he saw a speedrun where players did a slower skip with a green shell, he decided he should mention it to someone. And he was right. His red shell skip was faster by a solid 30 seconds.
Crazy.
It had been decades since an outsider had found a new shortcut.
What the fuck?
By sheer coincidence, it had happened twice in 2 days by 2 separate people. But while Garrett's shortcut was a one-off thing, Forrest was still looking for more.
Thanks, Garfield.
And over the next few days, he'd come up with yet another one.
What the fuck?
This time on Toad's Turnpike.
What's happening?
The setup is a little too complicated to explain here,
but
it involves a lot of getting stuck in the railing and driving over the grass next to the track. The end result is being able to hop into the railing next to the finish line and skipping a lap each time. 45 seconds on Royal Raceway, 30 seconds on Rainbow Road, and now 55 seconds on Toad's Turnpike. In the span of a week, more than 2 minutes of time save were added to the run. Abney was still way ahead of the pack, but if he didn't take advantage of this,
oh my god, Mateus.
There was potential for these guys to catch him.
Mateus' comeback story?
Abney got to work. Despite the massive potential for time save, this still wasn't going to be easy. The Royal Raceway skip was extremely tough. You had to time your collision perfectly, or you weren't making it on top of the wall. Still, the world records started to pour in. 25-29, then 25-25.
Damn! Fucking baller.
25-25.
On September 7th, Abney had his best chance yet. A potential mid-24 minute run, with 3 courses left. But standing in his way was Yoshi Valley.
Ugh.
If you get a speed item like a mushroom or star, you can jump over the fence and hit a seam on the wall. This causes you to skip a lap upon being placed back down. Optimally, you want to get triple mushrooms, so you can do this 3 times, once per lap. But triple mushrooms is at best 25% likely. So, a decent backup is to drive around the rightmost path and hit this seam, which both skips a lap and moves you forward a bit upon respawning. It's slower than getting triple shrooms, but it still allows you to continue the run in most cases.
I don't think this is something I can just try, right?
Abney tried to get triple shrooms, but didn't get them.
Oh, unlucky.
No big deal. He just had to hit the backup shortcut. But then...
Nah, dude, I wimped out. I'm losing a bunch. Nah, dude, run's over. Classic DK. Shouldn't have done it, dude.
DK strikes again.
Fuck
Despite
you,
the 3
Donkey
new
Kong.
shortcuts, there were still so many other courses that could kill the run. They hadn't gone anywhere.
Oh my god.
And besides that, to capitalize on the time saves in Royal Raceway and Rainbow Road, Abney had to get lucky with items. He needed triple reds, which is only 20% likely. You can sit on an item box.
Wait, so you just have to fucking go and find the exact item you need?
Repeatedly to get items.
That's rough.
But it can waste a lot of time, especially if you get a
like,
star
that is
or
hell.
gold mushroom.
Oh, because you have to wait for the star
September,
to...
Abney would get another good chance. He had a solid run going,
sucks.
but then on Royal Raceway, he managed to get
it's like
6
slots.
red shells, some insurance just in case he missed the jump. But he ended up going 3 for 3, getting a half-minute time
here we go.
save.
Nice. Let's go, dude.
Holy
oh my
shit.
God, I'm saving a ton of time.
This is the run, world record.
The next few courses were pretty standard, although falling in the water on Banshee Boardwalk cost a few seconds. And
Abney.
so, he entered Rainbow Road with a sizable lead. He needed to get red shells quickly and avoid big time wasters like a star or gold shroom.
No, gold shroom!
Well, I pretty much have to get Red's next item or it's kind of dead.
Please get reds. Oh!
It wasn't quick, but he had the reds. No insurance this time. Now, he needed 3
Do or
hits
die.
in a row.
Oh my god.
1.
Crazy.
He needs a second. Oh wait, he got it.
25.
Wait, W. He's still
This
in the
was
green.
the biggest cut off the record since 2017.
Holy shit.
And despite having obvious slowdowns, it felt good to make progress. Looking at the leaderboard, there was still no real threat to Abney. Climate had moved into second
Matthias.
place, but he was over 1 minute and 40 seconds behind. So, Abney decided to take a break, resting assured that his world record was safe.
Surely. Surely.
Or was it? There was now a little bit of competition.
Don't.
Neither runner was that close to the record, but they were closer than anybody had been in years. In third place was Summening, just over 1 minute away. He'd had a pretty quick rise up the leaderboard in late 2020, and his 2614 featured all 3 new shortcuts.
Holy
His biggest
shit, he did it.
downfall was the fact that he had
Look at his
less
room.
experience than Abney, so his driving was less precise and
I
he
like it.
bled time across the run. And in second place was Kazuya.
Oh, sorry, this is Abney
His
and
rise was a little
Kazuya.
more slow and steady, but it ultimately led to him being the second to get a sub 26 minute run. He could also drive a little bit quicker than Summening, but it was still a disadvantage compared to Abney. Kazuya and Summening were mainly in a battle with each other for second
Thanks,
place,
Icy.
but they were close enough to make Abney return to the game.
He's back.
Knowing there was still plenty of time to save. And on his first session back, Abney got on this run.
Damn.
Best struggles ever, maybe.
Dude, Abney's so... I don't want to spoil the video. I actually don't know if this is true. Maybe I won't even say it.
Oh my god.
He's not dead.
Oh dang, is this 24? Yo,
I was gonna say Abney's dead.
no way.
R.I.P. King.
54,
He's alive.
This was the first minute barrier broken in nearly 4 years, and it was all possible thanks to the 3 new
25.
shortcuts. Rainbow Road and Royal Raceway were nearly perfect, and Toad's Turnpike saved a bunch of time too.
Let's fucking go.
This gave Abney some breathing room over his competitors.
Kazuya,
but he knew
Summening,
there was
Abney.
still work to do. Take Mario Raceway, for instance. This is
I
another
miss him
course
every
where
day.
you want to get triple red shells, so you can launch yourself over the wall on each lap.
Damn.
But in this run, it took Abney over half a minute
That
before he
is
could
so
finally get them.
tilting.
So, Abney knew he had to keep
I would stop running
going.
the thing with
he had
that shit.
just cracked into the 24s.
If you just have to wait
Now,
on like the slot machine
he was going
shit.
to see how low he could take it. About a week later, Abney got on a run with a perfect Toad's Turnpike, thrusting him into the lead. He bled a bit from missing jumps on Choco Mountain,
I'm a
but
squitter.
then it was time for Mario Raceway. Abney could save a big chunk of time here, as long as he could get red shells and avoid items like stars.
Let me guess.
No.
It's a slot machine
No.
speedrun
Why?
moment.
Reds.
It's like, look at this shit.
God.
There's no way he's just getting star after star.
Right here.
Oh my god. There we go.
Despite disastrous luck, he still gained a tiny bit of time. The run continued to be up and down until he reached Yoshi Valley.
Oh my god.
With triple shrooms, Abney was able to enter Rainbow Road over half a minute ahead of the world record. He
Oh,
just
shit.
needed to get red shells.
Do it.
Dude, I'm just going.
What? Can you do it with
Blue
a
shells
blue
are
shell?
interesting. You can do the shortcut just like you can with red shells, but you can't get 3 of them at a time.
Oh, so he has one chance.
Oh,
No!
yeah, one blue for this run.
So, now he could only do the blue shell skip once. Then he had to go back and do the slower green shell skip twice. This was going to be close.
Oh! It's too late. It's gotta be too late, yeah.
Ooh, it's a PB, baby. That's a
Somehow he
fucking
had pulled
PB.
it off. Luck had tried to prevent it, but Abney
Let's
forced
freaking
his
go.
way into a world record.
0.7 world record.
And as impressive as it was, this
Holy
run would be
shit.
totally irrelevant by the next day.
What? What happens the next day? Monka. He doesn't die. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have.
Awesome.
The next day was completely irrelevant. I'm scared.
Perfect special cup. 24-19.
Holy shit!
Oh,
Minus 40.
that is a nice record.
What the fuck? Dude,
This
they were struggling for
was the world
25
record Abney
minutes.
had been looking for. He nailed the
24-20.
new strategies, and while there were some small time losses, there were no glaring ones like we'd seen in past runs.
Check his
Abney was
PC.
back to being more than a minute and a half ahead of second place.
Do these videos make you want to speedrun Mario? Yeah,
There was no longer any threat to his world record.
they actually do.
But that didn't mean he wanted to stop playing. He was on a roll. All these improvements came
But
in
I
the
won't.
span of just 1 week. And while the world record was solid, there were still time saves to be made. So, Abney pushed onward. And a few days later, he had a run that got off to the best pace of his life.
Holy
This run's
shit, minus
crazy.
30.
Oh man.
This was mostly thanks to Calamari Desert.
Guys, I'm rooting for Abney now. Last video, I was rooting against him.
This course
I
features
want him to pull
two major
ahead.
shortcuts. The first is actually an intentional one from the developers. Kind of. If you drive most of a lap normally,
USA.
then go into the tunnel and activate a star, the game extends the finish line into the tunnel and counts a lap. It was meant to be an Easter egg,
Thank you,
but
Jubber
speedrunners
Dunkus.
found a way to abuse it. You can drive into the tunnel from the opposite side at the start of a lap, then turn around and activate the star. It counts as a lap completion in
What?
a fraction of the time. The other shortcut
Oh, it's like RNG?
also involves
Wait, I wanna
driving
try
into the
that.
tunnel. You take either red shells or a blue
I want to ruin like game night with my friends.
shell.
That's
and
really
knock
what I want to
yourself
know.
over the
Like,
fence, skipping most of the lap. Now, both of these shortcuts save big time.
What do you mean
and
I knew it?
ideally
This
you
is what I
wanna
wanna do.
both. That means getting red shells, then grabbing a second item and having it be a star. But getting triple reds is 20% likely, and a star is 30%. So you've only got a 6% chance of getting the magic combination. But when you do get it right away,
ooh,
it saves big time.
Are you vaping?
So,
Yeah.
Abney kept playing this incredible run, and after quick triple reds on Mario Raceway, he
Thanks,
had a
Dave.
nearly 40-second lead. But then he entered Royal Raceway, once again needing triple red shells.
Does he get it? Please.
Nope. Let's go.
Yes. Holy shit. Now get the trick.
Dude, I always miss that first. It went way left. Maybe a 2 out of 3. I can keep this run going. Nope.
No.
This is over.
In addition to needing a lot of luck, the Royal Raceway skip is one of the hardest in the game. Be it from not getting red shells or messing up the shortcut,
That's
Most
so
runs that
sad.
make it to Royal Raceway die at Royal Raceway.
What's crazy is like all this grind came from like a random fucking Twitch viewer who wrote like, "I got a secret skip for you." Like it's kind of unbelievable.
Abney continued to do runs over the following weeks, but Royal
Check your
Raceway was
DMs.
just being
Large
brutal.
discovery.
Run after run made it there on record pace, but they almost never made it through. He was struggling to get runs deep more than he had in months.
No.
Meanwhile, Samek and Kazuya saw an opportunity. While Abney was stalled and not setting any records, maybe this was their chance to improve.
Dude, SummoningSalt has the best music. Uh-oh, they're catching up! They're catching up! Oh shit, only a few seconds. Kazuya. They're catching up to Abney. No, don't catch up to him.
Ah, dang it.
Oh, it's a full minute? Oh, I wasn't looking at the minute time.
No.
Shit.
Dude. No. Dude, why?
Leave him
Not even a chance.
alone. Oh shit. Now is it closer?
No. Dude, I
No.
got stuck on the side.
Dude, minus 45. This Royal Raceway shit looks like ass. Like, this looks
Oh
so
my God,
hard to
dude.
do. Oh, getting lightning. Sad. No.
Oh my god.
Wait. No.
Dude, I'm gonna lose this run to missing every one of these. Oh my god.
No. Abney. Cam off.
The gap had closed. There was just
Oh,
24
God.
seconds between Abney and Kazuya, with Samek not far behind. Kazuya had turned into a remarkably consistent player, and he was doing the impossible.
Thank you,
He might
Jack
have a shot
Barstow.
at getting this world record. Well, Abney had no choice but to keep trying.
Does
On March
Abney
18th,
ever lose world
he
record, I
built
wonder?
up
Actually, don't
another
tell
lead
me.
into Royal Raceway. Not as big as some previous runs, but still a comfortable advantage.
I hope he doesn't. Don't
Step
tell
1,
me.
acquire red shells.
Here we go. This is the run.
That was easy. Now
That was
he
easy.
had to hit them 3 out of 3. No margin for error.
Here we go. 1, 2. He does it.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, now just fucking nail the rest of the run. Oh my god, a gold. Okay, minus 35. Do it.
It's about time.
It was
About
officially
time.
on. Abney took a 36-second lead into the Special Cup. 4 courses separating him from a big world record.
Dude, that trick looks crazy. Thank you, Rumham. Rumham. Oh my god, is this it? Does he do it?
Oh my god. This run's insane.
Ooh!
23:52.
I'm new to speedrunning. What does gold mean? It means it's the fastest you've ever done that segment of the run. So it's the fastest he's ever completed Royal Raceway.
Oh my god.
The first run under 24 minutes. It had a lot going for it. A strong opening, followed by 3 out of 3 on both Royal Raceway and Rainbow Road. Once again, Abney now had a big separation from second place. Despite a massive effort, Kazuya was back to being nearly a minute behind.
Jesus.
Now, it was
Squeex
Sumek's turn
out.
to make
Thank
things
you.
interesting.
Samek.
Nice. Let's go.
In April 2021, Samek made a major push to lower his personal best. He did
Let's see.
thousands of attempts in the span of just weeks, and
Jesus.
he quickly saw results. It all came to a
Thousands?
head on May 13th, 2021. He had a standard run going out of Frapp Snowland, but after 3 out of 3 hill jumps on Choco Mountain, he took a big lead.
Nice. Another perfect Choco Mountain. Wow.
So, entering Royal Raceway, Samek had a great opportunity, as long as he could
Wow.
hit this 3 out of 3.
Here we go. Let's see him do the skip. Dude, he's fucking
Right.
insanely
Another
good.
chance.
With nearly everything going his way,
Large
the only thing that could make
skip.
this better would be getting triple shrooms on Yoshi Valley.
Large. Oh my god, he actually fucking
He went
does
into
it.
Rainbow Road, and although it took him a while to get red shells,
Wait, he's the
he was
fucking
still in
greatest.
position for a big PB.
He's actually the greatest. He does it. 24:40. I mean, still like a minute off.
Just
of
like that,
Abney, though.
Samek had swooped into second place.
But not
He
bad.
suffered from slower driving compared to Abney, and took a while to line up a few of the shortcuts. But this was still a really clean second place run.
Damn.
Now, they were still far away, but Abney now had 2 competitors that were closing in. It'd be helpful if he could gain a bit more separation. Well, there was one thing he could do. A few months ago,
What?
Forrest and another tasser named Weatherton had been looking into ways to go through walls.
What?
For a proper
Dude,
explanation
fucking
on how
Forrest64 from Twitch chat. It's just this, like, is John Mario Kart. How does he know everything about Mario Kart?
clips work, check out this video from my arch rival Bismuth.
He can
Most
walk
wall
through
flips are
walls?
extremely precise and aren't viable for a full game run. But one day, Forrest had an idea. If you have enough speed, you can clip
Odin,
into a
thank
wall
you.
and touch the surface behind it. On Luigi Raceway, this means you can start in front of the finish line, then clip into the wall and touch the other side of the track, which updates your section marker, and finally be ejected from the wall and land behind the finish line. This
What?
tricks the game into thinking you've driven a full lap without having really left a section right around the finish line.
Shit.
You need the speed from
Wait,
a mushroom to do this.
That's gotta be
the best strategy
so
was to grab
fucking precise.
an item, pray it was triple mushrooms, and then precisely set up to ram into the wall 3 times.
Because this shit must be like a pixel.
This is still extremely
Checkpoint.
precise, but it
Yes.
can save about 10 seconds over the old shortcut. That could be just
Wait, this wasn't intended by the
what Abney
developers.
needed
You're
to
right.
keep lowering his
Mods,
time.
fix the game.
So, while he knew it meant a ton of attempts would
Tell
die
Nintendo,
right away,
shut it down.
Abney committed to going for it.
No fucking
Meanwhile,
way.
Kazuya got back to doing attempts as well. Difference was, he opted to not go for anything new on Luigi Raceway. It would lose him some time, but it did mean he could get more runs going. And with all the difficulties and randomness that comes later in the run, playing it safe on Luigi Raceway wasn't such a bad idea. Still, Abney had a big lead over Kazuya. Was this finally the time he could put the record away for good?
Yes.
And stop worrying about losing it?
He does. Do it, Abney.
Dang it.
Do it.
God dang it, dude. How am I not fast enough, dude?
Wait, that's so sad. Why does it make me want to cry when I see when I see someone like mess up? It actually makes me really sad. It's heartbreaking. Ooh. Oh no, Kazuya catching up. Lego. Here we go. That's a fucking PB. -4. That's something. Dude, Mario Kart speedrunning is insane. I didn't know it was like this. I thought it was like just driving fast. How naive of me.
There was no denying it. Kazuya was closing in. Abney's lead was vanishing. And there was legitimate danger of losing a record that he had held for more than 6 years. Kazuya's improvement was remarkable. His driving had gotten faster, and his consistency with the shortcuts was approaching what Abney could do. And if he didn't act quickly, Kazuya was on a direct
red dot
course
moving
to
down
beat his world record.
No.
So, Abney acted as quickly as he could.
USA.
Now this run was looking nice. He'd gotten the time-saving Luigi Raceway and a clean Toad's Turnpike to save a bunch more.
Hold.
He missed just one hill jump on Choco Mountain and got reds right away on Mario Raceway. Going into Royal Raceway, this was the best pace he'd ever been on in his life. But it was all for nothing if he couldn't get reds.
Get reds. 3 reds. Yes! First fucking item, Abney. Do it. Do it. No!
So stupid, dude.
No!
Abney was too close to the wall, so the red shell hit it with too much speed and died. Had he been just slightly further away, he could have hit this 3 out of 3. Instead, his best run ever was thrown in the garbage. This was a tough pill to swallow.
That sucks.
But he'd gotten there before. That meant he could get there again.
Fuck my
And
Chungus
unbelievably,
life.
The very next day, Abney found himself in the same spot. A 30-second lead into
Oh my god,
Royal
what the
Raceway.
fuck? Literally, like,
Good enough
so
to
soon.
once again be his best pace
Okay,
ever.
best fucking
This was a
pace he's ever
perfect
done.
chance for redemption.
Here we go.
Just
Take
hold
2
it together.
1, 2. Does he get it 3rd time? Surely. No! Why?
Abney had been playing this category for 7 years. Those were the 2 fastest runs he'd ever had. Back-to-back days. Both killed in the exact same spot.
Dude,
But
Royal
like any
Raceway
good
looks like a
speedrunner,
fucking royal
Abney
pain in
knew
the
he
ass.
had to
Seriously.
push onward. He'd had some really crazy paces lately. If he could just get back there and execute on Royal Raceway, he'd have the world record in the bag. But I don't think Abney was prepared for the type of run he'd have on September 28th, 2021.
Ooh! Wait. Oh, green splits. They feel so good, don't they? -9 on the best pace ever. Holy shit. Come on. Oh, yes. Yes. Please, 3 good red shells. 1, 2, 3 for 3. Yeah! Let's fucking go. Now, perfect gameplay for the rest. Dude, he just got so much aura from that. -17 from his best pace. Ooh. Uh-oh.
No triple mushrooms, but that was okay. Abney had a backup plan.
Okay.
He'd drive over to a spot on the grass, then use his star to do the shortcut once and the golden shroom to do it again. It would only cost him a few seconds. Everything was okay.
Oh,
Wait,
I'm
is this a
lost,
world
I'm
record?
lost. No, dude. Why did I... Shouldn't have even gone for it, dude. So dumb. When I go and look at my
That's
RNG
so
calculations
sad.
where it was like 1 in 900 chance of getting acceptable RNG, I got the RNG in this run.
Two weeks of just non-stop grinding. Oh my god, another fucking pacer.
To run.
Past Royal Raceway. Please.
Just one more course.
Rainbow Road.
But the red shell skip had not gone well for him lately. Good news was, he had a 20-second buffer to work with. If he could just get red shells and hit the trick, there was room for a big world record. But he needed to not miss.
Did he hit it? Yeah! Let's freaking go! Minus 18!
He had done it again.
Dude, so many
Right
fucking pacers for
when
2
Kazuya
weeks.
was starting to close in, Abney added another 18
Let's
seconds
fucking
of
go.
separation.
Kazuya's never gonna
Kazuya
catch
and
up to
Samek
that.
had both
No
made
way.
a good effort, but at the end of the day, this was Abney's category. He was just flat out better at it than everyone else. The new strategies had made things
No fucking
interesting,
way.
but not enough to ever lose the record. Kazuya had given it all he could, but he was never able to close the gap. He was a good player, but simply couldn't keep up with Abney. And with this world record, the most optimized one the game had seen in years, it was hopeless. There was nothing to do but watch it sit at the top of the leaderboard.
Oh, that's it, huh?
Whoa.
Whoa.
Something amazing has happened to Kazuya. He's getting times that nobody saw coming.
Uh-oh,
His driving is better,
Kazuya.
he's hitting the shortcuts consistently, and it all
Whoa.
culminated in a 2340 from December 2021.
What the fuck?
It was an extremely
Whoa.
similar run to what Abney got, getting red shells quickly everywhere.
Ludwig,
and up.
I understand why you react to these. These videos are so good. Holy shit.
Missing a single one.
Kazuya! Cinema.
Kazuya was now 11 seconds from the world record. He'd been playing this game non-stop for over a year, and it was starting to look like it might pay off big time. Was he the real deal? Well, he continued on a while longer without any improvements, but in February 2022, he got on another run that saved time early thanks to getting a blue shell star combo on Calamari Desert. He saved more time with a clean Toad's Turnpike, and suddenly, he had a 15-second lead over his run. If he could preserve this the rest of the way, this run was going to be the world record. But still standing in his way was
Royal Raceway.
Raceway.
Fuck Royal Raceway. 3 reds. Yes. Get it. 1, 2. Holy shit! He like did that on the
Like
fly.
I said,
What the fuck
Kazuya
was
had
that?
gotten extremely
Kazuya was
consistent with
that
these
looks
shortcuts.
insane.
5 courses from a world record.
Kazuya surely doesn't beat Abney. Oh my god. So fucking close.
There were now 2 seconds between Abney and Kazuya.
Thanks, Scott.
Had he
7.
not missed the jump on DK Jungle Parkway, or had he gotten triple shrooms on Yoshi Valley, this run would have been the world record. And someone other than Abney would be in the top spot for the first time in 7 years.
Damn.
Naturally, Abney came back to do more runs, trying to play defense and hang on to his record. But he struggled to get anything going. This record had been synonymous with him for close to a decade now.
Yeah, I've completely changed. I'm vaping and I'm reacting to videos now.
It was hard to believe that it might be coming to an end. All Kazuya needed was a run that kept it close into the Special Cup, where he could save a bunch of time and beat the world record. A few weeks later, Kazuya got on a run with a really clean Choco Mountain. It took a while to get red shells on Mario Raceway, but he got through it. He bled a little bit of time on Royal Raceway, but only a few seconds. This was the exact type of run he was looking for, a deficit that he could overcome in the Special Cup. So, Kazuya got to work.
Who do you guys want to win, Kazuya or Abney? I'm rooting for Abney. You guys like the underdog, huh?
There it was. Kazuya had a 7-second lead into Rainbow Road. If he could get red shells, then hit the shortcut 3 times in a row, he was about to take the world record.
Does he do it?
1 course to go.
Does he do it? No, wrong fucking item. No, wrong item. Oh, he doesn't
No
get the
red
right
shells.
ad.
Simple bad luck cost Kazuya the world record.
I mean, something like that happens to me. You know, if I'm on world record pace and something like that happens to me, to put it in Mario Kart terms, I'm gonna myself.
This was the best chance he'd ever had to
3
get
days
it,
in a row.
and his time was running out. Abney and Kazuya were neck and neck. Each player was actively doing attempts to break the world record. Was Kazuya going to be able to take the record?
Thank you.
Or would Abney's record streak remain unbroken?
Thank you for the prime.
It
I like
all
your name.
came down to who could lower their time first. Well, in April 2022, one of these players broke through.
Who? Was it me? Mateus comes back. Who is it? Who is this? Who is this player? Kazuya! Damn! Wait! He gets it! He fucking beat Abney!
After more than 50,000 attempts, Kazuya was the 150cc skips world record holder. Congratulations poured in across the community.
Abney held the category for the last 7 years.
It was just surreal to see a new
Salad
name
ass.
at the top
Thank you
of
for
the
the
leaderboard.
prime. I like your name too.
Kazuya had cut it close.
Jesus.
He didn't get triple shrooms on Yoshi Valley, and it took some time to get red shells on Rainbow Road.
Damn.
But he had left just enough room and eked out a 1-second world record. As for Abney, there was nothing to be ashamed of.
Thank you, bro. John.
Kazuya had turned into a tremendous player, and Abney had certainly left his mark on the community already.
Thank you, Pizza Papa.
It's extremely rare to hang on to a world
Great
record
names.
for as long as he did. There was absolutely no shame in passing the torch to Kazuya and riding off into the sunset, leaving a streak of 29 consecutive world records as your legacy. He
Damn.
could finally put the thousands of hours spent on this category behind him and move on with his
And
speedrunning
retire.
career. But Abney said, forget all that, and 5 days later, he did this.
What? 5 days. Damn! Nah, these guys are fucking so cool, man. They're so cool. Damn! 8 seconds!
Crazy.
Well, that didn't take long.
Thanks,
It had
Playing
taken
Pilot.
Kazuya over a year of grinding to edge out the world record. It took Abney 5 days to thoroughly beat him back. This was a pretty wild run from start to finish.
He's a fucking
It began with
gangster,
triple
man.
reds
He's
plus star
awesome.
on Calamari Desert, and he just kept gaining time from there. After nailing Royal Raceway 3 out of 3, Abney was in position for a massive record.
Damn.
But then he kind of backed off.
What?
He bled a bit of time by playing the next courses safe, and then despite getting triple shrooms on Yoshi Valley, he lost 8 more seconds by really lining up the jumps carefully. This run actually had the RNG for a sub 23 minute run. But by
Sub
playing it
23? Dude, just like 10 minutes, 20 minutes ago, they were trying to break sub 25.
Abney wound up with a 23-21.
Sub
Still an excellent
23?
record, although it had the potential to be even better. Look, Abney may have briefly lost the world record to Kazuya, but it was only by 1 second. He had still held the record for all but 5 days of the past 7 years. All concerns of his demise had been greatly exaggerated. He just had a run go deep on pace for a sub 23, something Kazuya had never been close to.
Dude!
It was time
He's
to go for the
pacing
kill
a sub
and push the
23.
record out of reach.
Jesus. On Royal Raceway, classic. Classic Abney on Royal Raceway. Let's see if you can fucking hit this. Oh, there's 3 more reds. Oh. All right, +5 in the red. He's got catch up to do.
Ah, man.
+10? How's this not a run resetter? Maybe even a VOD deleter.
Ah, it's over. Dude. Dang it.
Oh my god, Royal Raceway -1. Let's see it.
Come on, don't do this. It's so good. Dude, what is what was that? I was stuck. No, I barely missed.
No. No. Why are you smiling? I'm not smiling. Get 3 reds. Thank you, D-Tree. No!
Dang.
Like, that's gotta be so tilting. It's just RNG. Best pace ever. -8. And he's not getting the item he needs. I'd cry. How's he not crying? Are you kidding me? This is crazy! This is crazy! This is insane!
Wow, dude.
This is crazy! You can't get... Like, what the fuck is that?
It had been weeks, and while he'd had some promising runs, something always went wrong to prevent a world record. On Yoshi Valley, he was trying to go for a risky strategy that would avoid triple shrooms, but his success rate wasn't great with it. And his Royal Raceway luck had just been disastrous.
Oh my fucking
Meanwhile,
god.
Kazuya was still right there. He was 7 seconds behind Abney, but he'd gotten the record before. Could he take advantage of this opportunity?
Kazuya? Dude, for some reason, Kazuya's gameplay does look a little different. I'm a casual, I don't know what I'm talking about. But like, the way he does tricks looks a little more different. I don't know how to explain it. Visually. Like, it's like a little more like turny or something. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not saying he's cheating.
I-
He does it! Minus 11! A low 23! Holy shit!
He had done it again.
Oh my fucking
And this
god!
time, it was a pretty sizable improvement. He had a mistake early on Toad's Turnpike when he
Wait,
missed the lap
Kazuya's the
skip and had
fucking
to do
goat.
it again. But he was able to climb out of the hole and didn't have another time loss until he missed the lap skip on Yoshi Valley.
Greatest of all time.
But beyond that, it was a beautiful run, and Kazuya had just proven something. His
No
1 second
bandwagoning, you
world
chose
record
Abney.
wasn't a fluke.
yeah, because
He had actually caught up
follows
to
me on
Abney.
Twitch. And I follow him,
Despite
I watch him all
slower
the
driving,
time.
he had matched
Come
or
on.
perhaps surpassed him at hitting the game's shortcuts. Kazuya was the champion of 150cc skips.
Wow.
In the year since this record was set, nobody has come close to approaching their times.
Damn.
Abney and Kazuya are more than a minute ahead of the competition. Both players have been grinding the category recently
That's
and have done
sick.
thousands of attempts each. They've both had promising runs, but there's only been one additional world record.
Squeex.
This run was eerily similar to Abney's 23-21. It got off to an incredible start, then slowly bled time, partially by playing it safe on a few courses. Only difference was, this record was 7 seconds faster than Abney's run. It's hard to lose a world record. It's a side of speedrunning that doesn't get talked about much. Everyone's excited when one player gets the record, as they should be, but to be on the other side can be brutal.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a record that you've held for 7 years. It's become a constant part of your life at that point.
I would know.
But it's
I
important.
had the Shawarma Legends international world record, and I remember when Sorrel, the Shawarma Legends speedrunner.com mod, accepted by a change of rules where mouse 1 is bound to scroll wheel down, accepted other people's runs, and they, through a technicality, beat me. It was kind of heartbreaking.
To remember, nobody owns a world record. And to illustrate what I mean, I'm going to show you a clip from Darbian. After he set a world record in Super Mario
Darbian.
Bros. Any percent
Oh
back
my god,
in
Liam plays
2016,
this.
people were telling him that the run was nearly dead, and he might hold on to the record forever. But Darbian responded by saying this.
So instead of saying something silly like I think it will be over very soon and it's been a crazy ride, I'm going to say that this game will never be over and the ride will only get crazier. And
True.
I am just participating in one small part of the middle of the ride, and there are many talented people who helped build the ride before me, and there'll be many talented people who help finish off the ride after me.
More accurate words have never been
Whoa.
spoken.
Jesus,
point-
fucking
Of all this,
amazing.
be proud to have been
Very
a part of your
wise
game's history,
man.
even after your times have been beaten. Because unlike a world record, your legacy
How come you don't talk like
lasts
that? I'm always like saying inappropriate shit. I'm like, pussy balls shit come.
Forever.
I'm not so measured, you know?
This has been just
I'm
one
not so
small
eloquent.
segment of Mario Kart 64's history. Thanks for watching.
You're welcome. Another awesome video. Dude, this guy just, SummoningSalt's amazing. I got chills. We're not watching another one. But that was amazing.